The great French philosopher Blaise Pascal put it this way when he said, "All of humanity's problems stem from a single cause, not knowing how to sit quietly in a room." Welcome back, everyone. In this program, I'm introducing you to a little biofeedback exercise called hand warming, which is very simple, and it has benefits that you can enjoy right away. It helps to calm you down and shows you that you can have some control over your own body. But better yet, I'm going to add a little something extra. I say that with this biofeedback exercise, you can also learn how to practice mental distance. And so let's continue then with the discussion. It's an important one because Americans are under stress. I want to show you how to remain the same, remain unchanged, regardless of the stresses. So here we go. The basic hand-warming exercise, which I direct you to, it's at my website, sheddingshackles.com. Sheddingshackles.com. I want you to go there and get it. You can download it, and I want you to give it a try. I want you to use it, because here's why. Let's say that you learn how to sit quietly in a room, as Pascal said. But see, I'm adding an extra dimension to it. He got part of it. But the other part is you have to learn how to sit quietly in a room without being lost in thoughts, without being lost in worries and doubts and fears and rethinking the past, or lost in fantasy to escape from reality. See, you can sit in a room and have awareness. You're aware of the birds singing outside. You're aware of the wind in the trees. You're aware of the little hum of on your computer. You're aware of the changing patterns of light around you as light filters through your window. You're aware of yourself, aware of your hands and your body as you're sitting there. You're very aware of the now. As you're sitting quietly, you notice your hand. You become very aware of your hand. Let's pick one. How about your right hand? Let's say your right hand. And you become aware of your hand, and it starts to tingle a little bit as you're aware of it. When you're aware of your hand, when you're giving your attention to it, when you notice it, when you're conscious of your hand, it begins to tingle a little bit. It's like a delicate glow. You know, if you direct your love towards someone and they notice it and they smile and they glow like little children glow, well, your hand glows. Your hand becomes a little warm. And a gentle, delicate, tingly feeling. It's very cozy. It's very comfortable. It's very pleasant because of your attention to it. So you notice your hand. You could notice one finger at a time. It helps you to be aware of your hand. It helps you to be conscious, very conscious of your hand with the help of noticing one finger at a time. So let's say your thumb. You're sitting there quietly in your room, and you notice your thumb. You feel your thumb. You can feel your awareness of the thumb as it tingles a little bit. You notice the tip of your thumb. Let's direct your attention to the tip of your thumb, and it tingles a little bit. And now direct your attention to your first finger. Notice your fingertip, and as you notice it, it begins to tingle a little bit. And now notice your second finger. As you are very conscious of your second finger, it begins to tingle a little bit. And you can go from finger to finger, one at a time, to help you remain conscious of your hand. And then you can be aware of your whole hand as it tingles a little bit and feels a little bit warm. Well, that's the exercise. And because it's biofeedback, within a very short amount of time, you get very good at becoming aware of your hand so that it tingles a little bit, feels cozy, tingly, warm. It's like a little buzz and very pleasant. Now, here's the thing. It does two wonderful things, this little biofeedback hand-warming exercise. Number one, it shows you that you can have some control over your own body. It helps you to be centered. And the second thing it does, especially if when you're sitting in your room, sitting safely on your couch or lying in bed, you could close your eyes. And when you close your eyes, it helps to eliminate external distractions that capture your attention. And so you can be aware of your hand, as I have been illustrating. And at the same time, with your eyes closed, look at the inside of your eyelids and notice the little pixels of light, the delicate little patterns of light on the inside of your eyelids, a little glow of light. So you watch that light, you watch those little pixels, and as you're watching them with your eyes closed, you see them on the inside of your eyelids. At the same time, you're aware of your hand, conscious of your hand so that it tingles a little bit. And those two things will keep you out of thoughts, out of all those negative thoughts and all of those ambitious dreams and schemes, and then which become worries and fears and all of those doubts. It keeps you out of them. And you're in the present. Please note that this little simple exercise does not include visualization or guided imagery. You've always escaped from reality into your imagination. Now you want to go the other way. You want to be in reality. You want to be where the birds are singing and the wind is rustling through the leaves of the trees. You don't want to be lost in the virtual landscape of your imagination, where daydreams become nightmares. So keep it simple, very simple. Keep it as a hand-warming exercise. Okay? Now, here's the second thing that this wonderful little exercise will do. You can take this awareness of your hand, you can take it out into the world, and with it, a little bit of mental distance to things, a little bit of detachment to things and to people. You can take it out into the world so that you can go out in the world and go for a walk and be aware of your hand and notice things, but without having things grab your attention. Instead, you notice them as you're aware of your hand. At the same time as you're aware of your hand, you notice things and you hear things. And they are a little distant. They don't bother you. They don't irritate you. You just notice them. So this little bit of detachment that you get from being aware of your hand not only keeps you in reality and out of imagination and out of negative thoughts, but it gives you a little bit of mental distance. All you need to do is practice a little biofeedback exercise called hand warming so that you get better and better and better at being aware of your hand until it tingles a little bit. And because it is a biofeedback exercise, you get better and better at it. As the days and weeks go by, you get so good at it that you can be out going for a walk and you are aware of your hand and it becomes warm and tingly. When you're sitting somewhere and there's a lot of things going on, you can at the same time be aware of your hand. You could be sitting in an office meeting and at the same time be aware of your hand as you're noticing what's going on at the office meeting. It centers you, it quiets you, it calms you, it gives you a sense of control, of self-control. It restores your dignity. It's easier for you to be patient with your family. It's easier thus to express love, to receive love and express love. So you've got to get that little biofeedback exercise. I call it sitting quietly. I want you to get it so that you can begin to conquer stress. You can get it for yourself. You can share it with your family, share it with your friends. It's called sitting quietly.